Alright, so the Archangels were announced earlier today, and this is going to be a video where we discuss the meta implications, what are they going to bring to the table, what teams can we use and stuff. So just to give you guys a little heads up, this is mainly for global players. If most of the people who sub to my channel, I'm pretty sure it's for global, so just to take care of you guys and let you know what you can do with Tamio and Sario if you decide to summon. I did put a tweet out yesterday. I said it would probably be better if you skip, just because if you empty out your pocket here, when the one comes, maybe you don't have enough gems, or you just about have enough gems for one copy. And one copy of a festival unit is not too great. You'll have the unit, but the strongest thing about fest units is their ultimate. So yeah, just a little heads up. But Sario and Tamio, let's take a look at the potential teams, or not even potential, let's just the teams that you can definitely run with them. The first one is the full Archangel team. Of course, this is supported by Sario's passive. He will give all your goddess allies a 20% basic stat buff. So you'd run Sario here, and you'd run Tamio here. I could have done this on JP, but just to keep it simple for global sake, we'll do it on global. So yeah, you'd run Sario and Tamio here alongside Ludo and Goddess Liz. Me personally, I wouldn't run Goddess Liz. I only put Goddess Liz there because this is what Japanese players mostly use. They do love a bit of Goddess Liz in sub. So yeah, it's a very, very powerful team. It's really difficult to beat because you have a lot of strategies and stuff, a lot of things you can do. You have a tank, you have an incredible DPS, you have a nice utility unit like Ludo. Ludo does damage, he reduces everyone's defense. He also has Rupture for the shield against the Liz matchups, and you do have Liz out in front, so if someone dies, she'll come in, give you some protection. It's a very, very strong team. I don't think it will be meta because if no one uses Ludo unless they're a whale, so perhaps it's a whale team, I would say, but generally speaking, it is a very, very strong team. The next team is an incredibly popular team over on JP. This is so popular. You see this very often. Green Gotha, Green Diane with a Tamio Link. Let me specify that, Tamio Link, because of course, if you guys don't know what Tamio's Grace does, he does heal you back depending on well, not dependent, but he heals you back a certain percent of your HP, depending on your defense. Actually, let me just clarify that real quick. Tamio, Grace of Ocean, when the hero takes damage on enemy's turn, recovers HP equal to 150% of defense. So yeah, Diane, if you're using her in geared PvP, she will be healing a ton every single turn if she takes damage, and because she's a taunt unit, of course she's going to take damage. She's mainly just there to protect your Sario because you run Sario with her. Gotha is pretty much there to rank up your Sario and control some gauge, and at that point, it's just Gotha and Sario versus your opponent, whereas Diane is just there taunting. If they get past your Diane, which they kind of have to, that taunt is very annoying. Then Liz comes out and gives you some more protection. So it's a very strong team. I've lost to it a few times where it's caught me off guard, but it's not too strong. It's just a good way to kind of showcase Sario, get the best out of him, and people do enjoy using that team. Very popular. Next up, this is pretty much the only Tamio team out there. He's a bit of an awkward unit. There's not really too many places for tank units. I guess you could realistically just replace Diane for Tamio, but then your Gotha passive wouldn't work, so maybe not the greatest idea. But this team, Estarossa, Green Gotha and Tamio, it's a horrible team to face. It's not fun, it's very annoying to beat. The way you beat this team is if you go first with Sario and you have Gotha, you can pretty much kill Estarossa turn 1, and at that point there's not really too much to worry about. But if you're not using Sario, it's gonna be pretty difficult. We don't have the 1 yet, so we can't just destroy any unit we want turn 1 no matter what. So yeah, Lost Vein isn't gonna you might think he'll be able to do some good stuff, but I guess this team he's not too viable. Ult rushing against this team is not viable as well. They have Gotha, they have Tamio. Tamio can reduce gauge, Gotha can reduce gauge. Estarossa and Tamiyo are immune to debuffs because of Estarossa's passive. Remember, Tamiyo has a stance, it's not a buff. And green Estarossa's passive will take place. Allies have their debuffs removed when using start skills. They gain debuff immunity for 2 turns. The main implication of this is if you run the Festival King team and you meet this, you might as well just quit the game. It's going to be impossible to beat them. When they have 2 units who are immune to your debuffs, there's literally nothing you can do. Tamiyo is going to heal up every turn no matter what. Estarossa is going to be able to do his counter. He's going to be able to chop down your king, and you're not going to be able to do damage to them because they're immune to your debuffs. You can kill Gotha, sure, but then Liz will walk in, and it's just like, it's just a very, very difficult to beat the team. Obviously, there's teams that can beat this, of course, but we'll have to see how Global responds. But for Tamiyo and his main team, this will be, the Tamiyo team, should I say. And other than that, these are the 3 teams that I came up with. Perhaps Global will come out with some other things. This isn't like oh, you can only use them in these teams. Of course not. You can literally throw them wherever you want, to be completely honest. It's just that these 3 teams are the ones that I see most often over on JP. Actually, over on JP, the most popular team is I see it very often. If it's not the One and Liz, it's going to be the One, Sario and Gotha, but we don't have the One yet, so we don't need to worry. And that team, just in case you're thinking, maybe I can use Sario with Lost Fate Meliodas, there's literally no point. Lost Fate, Sario is going to be the best DPS on Global by far. It's not even close. He is a different level of DPS, far better than what Lost Fate offers you. The only thing Lost Fate can offer you over Sario is the ultimate, which, let's be real, you don't really get to use Lost Fate's ultimate too much because everyone everyone understands gauge control at this point, and very rarely are you allowed to fire off an ultimate that's going to win you the game. But yeah, the Tamiyo team will insta-win against Fest King teams. It's not even like Fest King teams were even popular to begin with, because everyone pretty much said skip Fest King. If you do use Fest King though, I wouldn't be worried. Like, just because there's a insta-lose matchup for you doesn't mean you should stop using the team. Like, I'll probably still use it, like having an insta-lose matchup is not a bad thing at all, but it's perfectly fine. This team right here, I don't know, I'm not sure who this team would excel against. I guess, I don't know, man, because Liz will stun your Diane, but the taunt will still be there, I think. So actually, no, that's fine. Yeah, I guess this team would do well against the Liz LV team. The only way, if you play it properly, of course, the only way your Gotha and Sario get touched is by Lost Vein AoE, which if they have green Gotha, eventually it can get overwhelming. But you can, with Sario deletes green Gotha so fast, it's not even an issue. Like, turn 1, you delete him. Sorry about it, guys, I'm pretty ill, but yeah. Turn 1, Sario can delete green Gotha, no problem whatsoever, and his AoE will just shred the opposition team. So, not to be too worried. And of course, the last thing I do want to discuss before we end the video is Sario's Grace. Now, Jesus Christ, I'm so ill. Sorry, guys. Sario's Grace is a grace that you can use on pretty much any relevant DPS if you manage to 6-6 him. Of course, the only way you would actually be able to use the grace effectively is to have them 6-6, because they're a link, right? If you use the grace at like a 3-6, 4-6, 5-6, your characters are going to lose way too much stats, and that's not great. So yeah. Sario, Grace of Tornado. If a critical strike occurs when the hero uses a skill, ignore 50% of the enemy's critical defense. You can pretty much use this on any crit unit and they're gonna do more damage. So that is a very good thing. Of course, you can use Sario in the kitchen sink. That's common knowledge. Tamiyo, there's no point using him on the kitchen sink because he's not a DPS. But yeah, I'm gonna put up a picture of each of their substats just in case you were wondering. Their substats when they are you are level 80 SA4 awakened, just to give you guys a bit of an idea. But yeah, that will be it for today's video. Just a short little discussion showing you guys potential teams. Well, not potential, because these are actual teams that you can run and they're perfectly fine teams But yeah, if you guys want me to do more of these meta implication videos, where when a new good unit comes, we can take a look at what teams you can run and stuff, do let me know in the comments. But other than that, that will be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you guys later on today for another video. Take care. Special thank you to the channel members: Someone, Sunny D, Hidito X, Panic, Panic AMN, Jay Bentley, 40A, Nitin Kumar, It's Costi, Kami Free, Shiro, JP Killer 115, A Vamos, Sip, Scumbag Scott, Henry Cow, Aldric, Unforgiven, and John Foltz.